Good evening and welcome back to Wisconsin Brewing Company Park for another DockHaus night and a DockHaus Dialogue with Dom. Tonight, very pleased to be joined by Tristan Kaufmann. He's one of the account managers here with the Country DockHounds. And Tristan, you have been one of the longest standing members of the front office here in Lake Country. I'm very happy to be able to tell your story tonight. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, Dom, thanks for having me out here. You know, I really appreciate getting the opportunity to do these fun talk shows with you and podcasts. I've seen all the other ones, so I'm excited that I get to finally be one of the cool guys in this chair talking to you.
And Tristan, you've been here since day one, and then you joined the team full-time after year one, but you started with Lake Country as an intern. How cool is it to have gone from intern to now full-time staff member?
Yeah, so it's been a really cool thing, especially when I came as an intern. I like to make the joke that we were here, the guys screwing in those tables and making everything that you see out there. So when we saw the stadium, we saw it before even seats were up there for our first intern class. So to see what it's turned into and see all those fans come in here, and especially once we got to the end of this year and it was a full sold-out crowd, that was pretty amazing. Just to see that full process of ground zero all the way to the top. It was been a really fun time and a really great time doing that with us.
And we found out that, opening day, they didn't have the permit until that day.
Yeah.
How hectic was it for you as a worker not knowing whether or not there would be a game?
It was super fun is the word I'm going to use. I was actually parking that day. So we were parking cars at the exact same time that we were getting signed off. So we were telling people, yeah, we're good, we're fine, don't worry about it. And we were just scared out of our own heads there to make sure that this was going on. But it all worked. It was all a good time. We were able to get everybody there. But yeah, it was definitely hectic on our end. But it was really fun seeing all that excitement that we had. I've never seen the amount of cars waiting to get parked anywhere in the world. So that was a really cool experience in my eyes to be there doing that.
Did you ever find out that we got the okay, or was it just we're doing this until we were told to shut it down?
Exactly. No, 100%. We didn't get told anything. When we kind of got the hint was once they actually were allowed in the stadium. I think it was like a couple minute delayed, so I think we were all like, but we got there, and everyone did get in. So then we were good. That was kind of our like breathe in, breathe out moment finally when we got to realize, okay, they got in the stadium, so they couldn't do that until it was signed off. So that was a good feeling for us for sure. But yeah, we never got the official like, we're all good now. So yeah, it was a little scary till we saw them going.
And then still looking back to 2022 when you were an intern in year one with the DockHounds, what was something that you hold on to from a learning experience, your first internship with the professional sports baseball team?
Yeah, the biggest thing that I learned was just adaptation, especially off that night where you didn't even know if you were allowing people into the stadium or not. You learn very quickly in the world of sports how you have to adapt, and you really have to grow and figure out, okay, so this is what the plan of attack is on this paper right here, but once one thing goes off of it, how do we go now? So we really figured that out as interns, and especially year one here when no one else above us really knew what the right answer was because we were all in the exact same shoes of being brand new. So being able to adapt and really figure out, okay, so this might have gone wrong, but let's see what we can do to do it and make sure the fans didn't even notice. I think we did a really good job, and no one did notice when anything went wrong. So that was pretty awesome and really great on our end. And I don't think anyone knew that we didn't have a permit signed to get into the stadium. So that worked out well.
It's 100% the nature of working in sports. No one truly understands what goes on behind the scenes, and I don't want to say how big of a mess it is, but just how chaotic it is, and then you go out there on the field and there's no excuses. It has to be perfect, or at least present as perfect, so that way the fans get the 100% enjoyable experience. Was that something that you were completely naive to, or did you come in expecting that?
Yeah, I completely didn't really know what to expect when you signed up for that internship. We knew it was a baseball team. We knew it was in Oconomowoc. That's about it. That's about all we do. So it was really cool seeing it and develop and figure out how each thing grew to get to that spot. We didn't really know what to expect because we had no expectation. But that was the best part. We knew walking in that this was going to be a fun summer and not like any internship ever anywhere. And it was that. So that was really cool and really exciting to be able to be part of that and be known as the first interns to get it all done.
And we'll talk more about internships and what your full current role is with the Country DockHounds in a bit. But then as the season unwinds, Did you have a feeling that you might get brought on full-time? How were those discussions with the front office here in the DockHounds?
Yeah, great question. So I never really had the full-on, like, I thought I was going to go on moment where you're like, yeah, I'm good. I don't have to worry about this. I was actually, because of where I was school-wise, I was a junior getting into the senior year there, so I knew that we had to look for schoolwork that was super important for the next step. We knew Oakland, I'm based in Watertown, so it's nice and close, so this would be that great spot. So once I got the opportunity to ask, at the time the assistant manager or assistant GM was named Noelle, I shot her an email the last weekend, said, hey, if anything opens up, I'd love to join on full time. Here's what we've done this summer. Here's what's going on. We'd love to have you there. And about a week later, she messaged me back saying, hey, we'd love to have you on full time. So it was a fun, full experience there. So thanks to all the management upstairs, Lisa, Tom, Sonny, Trish, Noelle at the time for taking that risk on a guy that they didn't know too much about, and it worked out well. But no, it was definitely never like a, yeah, this is going to happen moment until I reached out and finally got the, yeah, we'd love to have you.
Shooter shoot, Tristan shot, and it went in. Sometimes you just got to call your own play, and Tristan made it, and now he's still here a couple of years later. And your first role with the DockHounds, of course, in the ticket office, which you were still a part of, but it was more of in a group basis. What was that first experience like doing full-time ticket sales?
Yeah, great question. So I did start in group sales. I was nonprofits is actually how I started. So it was really cool to have that ability to connect with nonprofits. My background, I was been in Boy Scouts. My mom ran Girl Scouts with my sister. We were part of the Lions Club. So nonprofits is my back door. So easy stuff for me to do and understand what they're doing. But also in college, actually, was part of the national sales team at Parkside. So being that ability to work on the sales and learn how to do that in college really helped me get here and learn how to sell stuff, but it's definitely been different selling our brand of baseball because it is different than selling Major League Baseball. There's no question asked here. It's a different story. It's a different environment. So having that ability of how can we sell something like this where, especially the people of Waconomowoc and Watertown and any of this Lake Country area didn't know what it was, has been a lot of fun to start with. And we've done a great time with all of our fans that we have here.
What's your favorite part about selling DockHounds baseball as opposed to, let's just say, Wisconsin football, because you are a Wisconsin Badgers football season ticket holder?
Yeah, so my favorite part about DockHounds baseball is the fun atmosphere. Yes, Camp Randall has the fun stuff. They've got jump around. They've got the fifth quarter. They've got all that good stuff. But here in Lake Country, our fans really make the game. I always tell people when we're selling, I can't control what's on the field, but we can control what's going around that field. So whether we're winning 11-0 or losing 0-11, you don't know that always when we're in that box office because that energy from the fans is what makes it great here. You guys do so much for us, and we appreciate you guys so much for all the energy you guys bring to this team. I remember year one, I know Don was not with us, but we did not have a very winning team is the word I'm going to use, but people still showed up, still had a great time with us, and it was a great environment. So just that fan base is what really makes us stand out.
I heard word around town was that once I came in, the winning culture started to build.
It did. I can't say you're wrong. So I think you are the reason, and I appreciate it, Dom.
Causation, not correlation. And then after that 2023 season, you transitioned into more of a season ticket role. What was that transition like for you?
So that transition was a little different. So I've never actually sold season tickets until this time. But kind of why they took the risk on it is I'm really good with connections. So the big difference between season tickets and group selling is that connections you build with people. Any of my season ticket holders, I hope, would say good things about me, but they all know that I'm right there connecting with them and I care about them. I want to hear about what you've been up to or what you did when we were on the road and stuff like that. That's really important to me, and I really love that feeling of us being a big family and kind of learning each other's ways. We do that in the groups world too. You know that as much as anyone else. You connect with group leaders and all that great stuff too. My season ticket holders are just here multiple times a year, so I get to see them all the time. So it's kind of like a family reunion that never stops. So it's really fun to see them and do all that fun stuff with them. And it's been a blast. I've really enjoyed every one of my season ticket holders. Each one stands out to me for all their good reasons.
And my host mom, Julie, has said great things about you anytime she calls in because, of course, as a host parent, they had season tickets here. But is being a season ticket holder with the Badgers kind of an inspiration to be that season ticket rep that you want to have?
Oh, 100%. I always like to say I know how both sides work because I'm a Badgers season ticket holder. I can see, okay, so like for instance, we made the joke in the ticket office. My guy called me Travis. I'm not Travis. My name's not even close to Travis. So that one's like, dude, you don't even know who your people are. So I could tell that right away. Or when I reach out to my guys, have never misspelled someone's name. So if I have, let me know. Please check me. But I've never done that or anything like that. So you can see that connection right away where I'm like, okay, so I know how they treated me. I get that it's a way bigger, Badgers football has 40,000 season ticket holders. So there's a big number, XYZ, I understand. But still, that connection-wise where I have with my group of people compared to what the Badgers have with me is a real big reason for why I really connect with my guys.
And then banking off of those connections that you've been able to make over the course of the last season, now being able to renew your season ticket holders packages, maybe even able to expand some people's packages or having to decrease them knowing what they want. How has that experience been different this time around because you have that experience and you have that connection with them?
100%. It's been able to make that because then, especially for some of them where, summer sports and kids, I can relate to that right away. Where I'm like, hey, Dom, I know Dom Jr. Has baseball over the summer. And, you can't always make those weekend games. Let's make a package work for you. So I can make those connections for it right away. Or the exact opposite. Hey, Dom Jr. is finally gone now out of the house. Let's come back. Let's have some more fun now over the summer. It's that knowing of that connection where you can make it fun and exciting that I enjoy the most with my season ticket holders. And it's the one thing we can do in baseball. With my football Badger ones, there's not really partial plans. You either get the season or you don't. With us playing 50 games, it gives me the ability to adapt and adjust the packages to make sure every single family that we have in Lake Country gets that ability to have tickets that works with them. There's never a reason for, no, you can't have them.
50 games at home, 50 games on the road, which you can now find on our brand new pocket schedules, which we got in the office today. We've got a box up here. If you want to come grab one at our park, come to the ticket office. We are here 9 to 5 every day of the week. We're not here all the time on weekends. That will, of course, start to pick up once the weather gets continuously better.
Yes.
If you look out at the field coming to a DockHaus night, we actually have one of the garage doors open, and Sonny Bando, managing partner here with the DockHounds, his 14U baseball team is actually having an outdoor practice tonight. So the weather is definitely getting better here in Wisconsin. There is not a current resident in Wisconsin that is happier about that than me, given my California blood. Makes me feel more like I'm at home, so very happy. And I'm sure you've started to feel the fact that we're getting closer to baseball season based on some of the reactions from some of your representatives.
100%. And actually, I like to say it's March 12th. All of us Wisconsin people know that March 12th we've seen snow. So it's really great that I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt today. I actually even got a text yesterday. My friend got his first round of golf in Dom. So golf's here in Wisconsin.
I know a couple of people who have golfed already. Very jealous. The courses, they aren't up to my standard yet, but I will make sure I get out there very soon because I already have a tough time keeping my ball in the fairway. So when it's now going to trickle into the rough a little easier, I don't want to be playing from the thick stuff as much.
No, not right now. You don't want to. But again, you could be 100% fairways now. It's not just the right fairway is the issue. It's spring golf.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. I didn't really think about it that way, but I can't wait to hit the courses again in a couple of months or probably just a couple of weeks, as a matter of fact. And you have some golf background
I do.
As well. You were on the high school golf team, right?
I was. I played freshman through senior year. I like to say golf is not my sport, so please don't ever put me on any professional golf team or anything like that. But I'm there to have fun. I played senior year, finally played varsity, so that tells you how not great I am. But that's okay. I love golf. Golf's a great way. I have a membership out there in Jefferson. Great golf course, 13 holes. It's the perfect number, I always tell people. But no, I love golf. It's not the same as California golf, but we try our best.
Did you say a 13-hole golf course?
Yeah, so it's 13 holes.
There's no way.
Long story short, in Jefferson, they used to have 18, and then they used to cross the street to get to those back holes. Once they actually did a remodel, they built houses on those back holes. So then that land got sold, so now they have just 13 holes. You can play 18, you just repeat holes. But yeah, 13 is a perfect number. If you don't believe me, come check it out, Tom. I got you. We're going to go out there sometime. It's a beautiful golf course.
I definitely will have to take you up on that. Back to DockHounds baseball, and we'll touch on your sport that you're actually really good at a little bit later. But one of the coolest parts about being a season ticket rep is that you get to represent the biggest DockHound fans. Is that something that you take great pride in?
Oh, yeah. I take it as I would argue, one of the biggest prides that I get to have here. All my season ticket holders have not just a passion to be here for all these events that we do here and stuff like that, but they care what's on the field. They're really into it. They're going to come up to us. We have people that come up to us all the time. They're like, oh, what's going on in free agency? Or what do we do? How did this trade work out well for us? Or what do you think of so-and-so? So they gain that ability that we get to actually I get to actually watch the game and talk sports with people is super fun. It was something that I didn't get to do much when I was doing group leads. That I get to do now, and it's been a blast. I've loved it a lot, and it's been a really exciting time to have that sports connection more than just a sales rep. I don't want to feel like I'm just selling you stuff. I'm in your friend here. Let's talk baseball. Let's talk about the pros. Let's talk about even the downs sometimes that we have here. I'm here to talk about those, and we'll see what happens with it.
100%, and it's back-to-back winning seasons at home for the Lake Country DockHounds, which is more important than having a good road record. Of course, you want to be able to make the playoffs, and you need to win road games, which the DockHounds did at a better rate this past season, and that's why they were able to make the playoffs for the first time. How fun was that for you and everybody else in the ticket office? We've already heard the perspective from Justin, our lead ticket rep, but for you and everybody else in that office, what was that experience like? Just feeling the excitement from all the fans coming in waves to the ballpark.
Yeah, so fan base-wise, it was incredible. I love to see, my favorite thing to do, I know it sounds a little naive, but I love to say you can't have any more seats because we have no more seats. It's the coolest thing to say. So we got to say that at the end of August. It was super exciting and super great to have with all those cool fans and all the excitement that we had around there. And then me personally, being here since year one, and that team was not
34 and 66.
So see that quick change where it was very quickly to go into a playoff push is amazing, and we loved it. It was super emotional to see that just huge growth and see all the fans be super excited. And we had drones or fireworks that night too, which made it even better.
It was fireworks the night before when we had the first opportunity to clinch, drones after the clinch, and it was absolutely awesome being able to experience that with my aunt and then also my host parents. So they absolutely enjoyed it, and it was obviously a bummer how the season ended in the postseason, but the fact that the team was able to get there when being 7 games out at one point was almost a miracle. So
100%.
The fact that the DockHounds did get there, it's set a lot to build on. And have you felt that excitement carrying over into the offseason that, hey, we have a winner in Lake Country, let's go support this team?
Oh, 100%. Especially with season ticket holders, they've jumped on it right away. They want to make sure that they are the next ones here. They have their stuff already taken care of so that when we make the playoffs next year and when we make it past the first round, they have those first access seats. So that energy that we've had has been amazing. It's been great. We've really appreciated it. And yeah, it's been here with all my people, and any of the fans here too have really been super excited about the winning season and now saying, okay, this is the next year. We got this. It's been all over the place for sure.
And we have 2 new things that we're offering season ticket-wise that we haven't offered previously, and one you are seeing on your screen right now, or you can see being modeled by Tristan, is the brand new whiteout jersey that all 10-pack season ticket holders or higher have gotten access to. I feel like that was a great addition to a season ticket membership here.
100%, yeah. And I know some people are rocking them today. It's a really great opportunity that we've got to have on them for it. It's got the 25, makes them feel special. I can't really show on the camera, but we even have this little patch down here that says season ticket holder 2025 on there, where it'd usually be a laundry tag. So just those little personality things that we can add on there make huge differences, and it's really helped to improve the thank you gifts for our season ticket holders. They've jumped right on it for sure.
It's a way to show that they are one of the diehard DockHound fans that are growing every month.
Exactly.
And if you want to get your season ticket packages, it's not too late.
Click the link below.
Yes. Call the box office, click the link below, subscribe, all that good nonsense. But Tristan would be happy to help you get all set up for the 2025 season.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. So if you have any questions, please reach out myself. I'd love to help answer them. But even Dom, Griffin, Justin, any of us at the ticket office know anything about it. So reach out. We'd love to help answer any questions you might got.
And you don't get the jersey with this new package, but the Legends 5-pack is brand new this year because we are expanding our Legends appearances that we had in 2024 to 4 in 2025.
We are. So, yeah, the Legends pack, if you haven't seen it yet, or if you grab one of our amazing pocket schedules here that I'm advertising, that's got all the fun of the Legends games on there with Jim Gatner, Raleigh Fingers, and Ted Simmons, and Fireworks, my favorite legend, all on there for us. All Brewers 82 series on, or 1982 World Series people that play in those games are coming to the park and going to have a fun time with us. Anyone here that was here for Robin Yount knows how fun and excitement that game was. I can't wait to do it 3 more times.
And Jim Gantner will be here on opening day, so the Legends 5-pack technically also includes an opening day ticket.
Exactly.
So that may be one of the better ways if you don't want to commit too much to come to DockHounds games. The Legends 5-pack is a great way
100%.
to get involved with the Lake Country DockHounds. On top of being the season ticket rep, last year you also took over the merch sales here for the DockHounds. How cool is it to work with Lisa on designing the merch and making sure that everything runs smoothly in the team store?
Oh, it's been awesome. So my background is retail. Personally, I worked at Walmart, and I've got that retail, the Walmart world with my family. My mom is all retail my whole life. She's been with Oshkosh B'gosh, Carter's, anything and anything. I like to say clothing-wise, she's probably touched at some point. So that background of design has been a really fun thing for me. I love the ideas that I get to make the ideas and see them on people, too. It's the coolest thing when you make a T-shirt, Dom, and you see it sold, and then you see it on someone else. You're just like,
like my nice Tots shirt.
Like your nice Tots shirt. Exactly. When you see it on people, you're like, I did something right. Everyone's wearing it. This is great. So just seeing that kind of stuff is really fun, really exciting. And Lisa and I have been amazing partners. We work really well together. We keep each other in check nicely, which is always good. But then we also grow each other's ideas and bang them off each other and say, hey, what if we tried this but with this or that with that? And we've really done an amazing time. If you haven't seen some of that new stuff we have down there or online, we have an online store now, please check them out. It's really cool stuff. I don't know when you post these, but as of today, we have a buy one, get one deal even on bucket hats. So we even do different sales throughout all the time online.
I got to put it up tomorrow.
Now you
so that
have
way
to.
people know about this bucket hat deal that we have going on. Buy one, get one bucket hat on DockHounds.com/store.
I think it's /fan store.
/fan store. I was really close.
You're really close.
And then new for you this year is you are taking over the intern program, which is a cool full circle moment for you as you started year one as an intern at the DockHounds. How excited are you for that?
I am pumped for that. So getting to see that full circle moment's been really cool for me to be like, oh, so I know exactly what you guys are going to go through because I went through that same program. So I get to show them that ability where they're like, I don't know how this is going to be like. I can be like, trust me, I know. It's going to be great. We're going to be right here with you. We're going to do this. It's going to be great. And I can show you all the things that I've learned and got to the spot that I've been at. I get a lot of my interview questions. They're like, so do you guys hire within? And I get to say, well, the first person ever was myself. So we get to show that off and be like, yeah, we hire from within. It does happen. We do get to those next steps with us. So it's a really fun opportunity that we get to have with our interns and with the internship program itself.
We hired 2 interns from this past staff full-time. We hired a previous intern full-time, and then also a broadcaster was brought on full-time. I was not an intern with the DockHounds. I want to make that title very clear. I had an intern, but it's still cool that the interns have that opportunity to join the team full-time. And what are you most excited to help these interns with based on your experience of being an intern here?
Yeah, we're going to make it full circle here. Just that ability to adapt in the fly. We really want to show them that sports is fun, sports is great, we get to have a blast with everybody, but how can we adapt on the fly? It's not like when you're an athlete and you get to be like, oh, you know what, we're going to run the play call, that play didn't work, we're going to run it again. We can't do that. We have to adapt really quick and figure out how to do things, and we're going to show them how to do that, and we're going to really learn that with it. The next biggest thing I love, though, to do is the connections. The connections that they make with the internship program, myself or even Dom, because you got to talk to a lot of the interns the last couple of years, that you make, you never know how strong or helpful that's going to be until afterwards. Like even with my intern group, I've got a couple that do things with the Brewers. They work with ESPN Milwaukee. I got one that works with the PGA. So all that connection stuff that we have now through our different internship programs is amazing. So building those connections with them to set them up well.
The DockHounds tree is growing year after year, and we can't wait for you to help grow that tree as well. Talked about it, you're a diehard Badgers fan. You're also a diehard Packers fan. How do those fandoms represent who you are, both as a person but also DockHound salesman?
Yeah, so as a person, it definitely, it's my life. Sports is my life. Anything and everything sports is what goes around, makes the world great, I like to always say. It's worked out really well. I work in sports now, so I get to still talk about it and make money while doing it. So that works out really fun. But the ability just to kind of know what it's like for a fandom. So especially with my season ticket holders to be like, oh, I know what it's like to have that deep connection with a hometown team, even though mine's not in my backyard like we have here in Oconomowoc. But to feel like, okay, I'm passionate with them. Even when they win by 1 or they lose by 65, I'm still going to be just a strong fan. I might have different choice words for each one, but I'm going to have to still be a serious fan for each single one that goes on there and be excited for that next game. So having that connection and knowing what all of our season ticket holders and just fans feel like is really important and really good.
And I know the days have to be brighter for the Packers and the Badgers on the gridiron.
I hope so. They have to be. The Packers, free agencies now. I always make the joke, people tell me the NFL season stops. Today's the official day it started again. So we're back. We're going to talk some stuff. They're going to do some great free agent signings in that route. And the Badgers are the Badgers. It's football. We've got some good stuff coming in. We got T.Y. Hilton's kid coming in this year as a recruit. So we're going to do some really good stuff hopefully on there. We have a really hard schedule. Big Ten football is not easy football anymore.
It's gone.
So when they come in Madison, we're thrilled. When we have to go on the road, we are not thrilled at all. So it's going to be a fun year. Hopefully we can restart that bowl eligibility that we just ruined last year, where we were 25 straight years of going to a bowl game and March Madness. So hopefully we can do that again. That'd be fun.
You said it's football season. I will say it's not. A lot of people will say it's baseball season, and it's starting to get there. It's college basketball season.
It is college basketball season.
Badgers, they're going to be in the NCAA tournament. They're going to be a top 4 seed. What's your outlook on that? They're going to be a top 4 seed.
Well, I'm going to always knock on that.
Right,
but yeah, they're going to be a top 5 is what I would say. So not too far. But yeah, I think they're going to be a really good team here. We brought Tajay in. That's going to be huge. We got Blackwell playing here. And you got Klesmik getting healthy. So once Klesmik gets healthy and puts on the board there, we can score. There's no question asked. So it's really just, can we stop them? So if you can get stops there, you get Crawl underneath, and you can get some good stops, we're going to be a really good team. I don't want to say anything too far. Let's get past the Big Ten tournament first. I'd love to say I've seen a lot of projections that we finish second or first in that. Let's do that, small steps forward, and then let's get into the tournament with a hot streak, because we can't lose a game for the rest of the year now is kind of the way you look at it. You can technically lose one more in the Big Ten tournament, but I'd rather not lose a game the rest of the year. So let's keep that streak going.
I'm bullish on them. I don't think they're going to be cutting down the nets per se, but they definitely could make the second weekend. I don't think that's
100%.
out of the realm of the possibilities for the Badgers on the hardwood. And we've got bingo in about 15 more minutes. That'll be with Skipper Dave, so make sure to stick around at the DockHaus. Tonight we'll have trivia next week. We've always got stuff going on in addition to the DockHaus Dialogue with Dom. Thanks again to everyone who has come out tonight. We're talking to Tristan Kaufmann, our lead account manager. He's in charge of the retail sales here in the fan store and also is running the internship program like we mentioned. But he's an incredible bowler. Tristan, talk to us about how you enjoy bowling.
Yes, so bowling's my sport, I always tell people. Dom's going to say incredible. I always don't think I'm incredible. I think I'm decent.
Well, I'll push back. You've bowled a 300 before.
Not 1, not 2, but 3. I have done it a couple times, 3 times. But again, I like to say I'm fun. It's a fun sport to get into. It's a great lifetime sport, they always tell me, all that world. But yeah, I'm really good at it, or decently good at it, I like to say. This year will be the second year that I'm going to nationals. This year it's in Baton Rouge. So that would be a really fun trip. Last year was in nationals, or on Vegas for the first time, so that was really cool. We got state coming up too, and Easter weekend. So yeah, I do a lot of traveling with it. I have bowled since I've been walking, I like to say. I was a varsity bowler athlete all 4 years of high school. Didn't do it in college, unfortunately. If there's one thing I could go back and do, it might be that. I'd like to argue, but I was a little hot-headed after high school, so I think it was really good for me to calm down on it. I know it's a very basic sport that most people say, how can you get hot-headed? But just like any sport, it's not too hard to get mad at yourself very easily.
Hey, you missed the 5-pin, and man.
It's that or a 10-pin, and it's just, it's not a great environment to be in. But no, it's a blast. Bowling's a fun sport. More than welcome to come with me, Dom. People just get very intimidated once I have a 4-ball bag and I walk in with it. Apparently, it's not very pleasing. People don't think it's fun anymore.
Yeah, well, I've taken a lot of money from my friends bowling. I don't think you'll be one of them. I definitely pride myself as being a good bowler. You seem like you're an amazing bowler, but it's the one true connection I have with my grandma. She's bowled for her entire life, like you mentioned, and she was traveling for bowling up into her 70s. And then my brother now works at a bowling alley, and he's doing a great job there in his first real full-time job. So definitely enjoy bowling, and yeah, you can kick my butt for a little bit on the lanes. And our last topic I want to talk about tonight is your positivity that you have here at Wisconsin Brewing Company Park. The fans feel it. We all feel it. Anyone who comes here for any of these nights, they feel it, and sometimes you're like too positive, and I just want to slug you. I'm like, Tristan, I'm like, just, oh my gosh. But how big of that is a key to your life and how you have success?
Yeah, positive has been huge for me. I like to say it rubs off on everybody. So I always have that smile on my face. It's something that I take really important to me, that I really want to make sure that everyone at least sees someone that has like that, because it only takes one person to be negative, and you're done for the day. Mm-hmm. So that positivity is really something that I try to feed off of. For me, it's easy. I find something every single day that's really worth waking up to. Don't want to get too much into this, but obviously being Christian, the idea that God's always with you, God's gonna be a great time with us, and He's got your back every single day. To have that mindset in my background is always great. So pushing that positivity off and making sure that everyone is positive and able to stay energetic at the ballpark. Whether it's a DockHounds game and we're losing by 11, we'll figure out a way to be like, hey, Blake's a single away from the cycle. So stuff like that to make it even more fun, more exciting is always fun and easy and important. But yeah, it's something that I live off of that I really want to make sure everyone has at least someone that they can feel positive when there's a connection or needs the positivity. I'm always the guy to listen, never going to judge. So I'm glad I can be that guy.
Absolutely. Even though we do want to slug you sometimes for it, it is greatly appreciated in the stressful sports environment. And we are also thankful that you are a valued member here with the Lake Country DockHounds, and thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Yeah, no, Dom. Thanks for letting me have out here. Thanks for everyone that's come today. I hope it's a really fun time with bingo tonight and the mixology class. So a lot of cool stuff going on today. Again, a lot of stuff going on always here. Please come by, grab our pocket schedules. We advertise things here, so we do a lot of fun things, and we're really excited for all the fun stuff we got coming up this year.
And next week, we got Paul Wagner here, DockHounds pitching coach, former MLB pitcher, including for the Milwaukee Brewers, local radio personality, and pitching coach as well. It'll be one of the more anticipated DockHaus Dialogue shows. Can't wait to have him talk about his baseball career as well as his time with the Lake Country DockHounds. If you're a fan of the DockHounds, you'll definitely want to be here. He's the first full-time coach interview that we're going to have with the DockHounds, so you'll get to hear him talk about the DockHounds almost exclusively, and that's something that our fans haven't had the ability to have too often. 100%. So it'll be great insight from Wags. Super stoked to have him here in a week, and you might be able to win some Paul Wagner autographed baseball cards. You might be able to.
That's cool. That's enough for me to come. So get me going.
That's all that matters. Once again, Tristan Kaufmann, thank you so much for joining me. We've got bingo in a couple of minutes, and hope you have a great rest of the Wednesday night.
Yes, thank you very much, everybody. Please have a great night, and yes, come back next week.